Hello, everybody. I'm Brian.
And I'm Brian.
And this is Brian vs. Brian, episode 156. Transformers. Rise of the Beasts. I think that's the title. That's the title? That's the title.
Another Rise movie. Take your pick.
That's what we're going with. Based on the Hasbro toy line. The Tanaka. Right? Yeah. 7th Transformers movie. Serves as both a standalone sequel to Bumblebee, is it?
I don't know about that.
And a prequel to Transformers 2007. Is it?
Yeah.
I don't understand the timeline on this stuff anymore.
Dude, I was going to ask you because I was confused too.
This one's set in 1994, right?
Yeah.
And Bumblebee is before it, but it's like in 2007 Transformers, he like calls all the Autobots to Earth. It's like, what the fuck is going on, man? When did you come? I don't understand what's going on. The timeline's all fucked up. I meant to look it up and try and see if somebody made a video trying to make sense of what the hell's going on in this timeline.
Yeah, I was going to go back to the first Transformers because Optimus gives that like speech to Sam Witwicky about like, you know, when they came or whatever. It's like, I thought they came with the Allspark, but oh wait, the Allspark was trapped in the ice for so long. Like, I couldn't remember when they actually came. They've been there for a while, but it's like, oh, you got on some adventures you forgot to mention.
Yeah. And it's it's strange. I like how this one starts with like the Maximals, the freaking monkey robot, Optimus, and his daddy Optimus, and it just goes right into it, and it doesn't explain anything. What the fuck's happening? Why? And then it just...
You get a little bit. You get like, oh, Omnicron is some fucking planet destroyer, and there's a I keep calling it a time warp key. It's transwarp, but I like time warp because the Rocky Horror Picture Show. But so they explain the key thing, and what's his name, Scourge, going around killing the Maximal Primes, trying to get.
And he's run by Unicron, which is a planet eater.
Yeah.
Another. What I meant was that they don't explain the animal robots.
Oh, yeah.
Why they're there and what do they have to do with anything? When they meet the Autobots, he's like, we are Maximals, a part of your past and your future. What? How do you fit in the timeline, man? Are you from 2007? And it's like, what the fuck? And they're all just gone and dead by 2007? I just didn't get it. I was like, explain that.
Yeah.
Past and future. Because they've explained it in like the cartoon, like they are from the future, but then they got the transwarp drive. They went through time and like they met Optimus, who was like hundreds of years before these robots, and he was named after Optimus. But they don't explain that in the movie. Just, we are from your past and your future. Okay.
Can you be more specific?
Great.
I should say up front that I'm actually not a Transformers guy. I just didn't really grow up a Transformer. Like, my connection to Transformers is just these movies, to be honest. Like, I remember watching the 80s movie when I was younger because it's a cartoon movie and it was fun. But other than that, like, I was more Power Rangers, Turtles. I would watch, like, X-Men and Spider-Man. So Transformers was more like my older brother. Like, my older brother did a lot of Transformers shit and G.I. Joe. Like, that's kind of his thing, but I was going somewhere else. So anyways, that's leading up to me asking a very stupid question, which is that, is Beast Wars Transformers? Is that what this is? Like, is this Beast Wars? I was kind of confused. It's like, is that Transformers? I don't fucking know.
Beast Wars is a Transformers show.
Okay.
From 1997 that has those characters like Cheetor and Optimus. It's not Optimus Prime. What the hell's his name?
Optimal Prime?
No. It's something with a cast. Get to the cast. Transformers. Peter Cullen, of course, he's always Optimus Prime. Optimus Primal. That's
Optimus
what it
Primal,
is.
that's what it was.
He's Primal, and it's Ron Perlman.
Nice.
I'm Ron Perlman. Yeah, the show's pretty good, and it was CG. I don't know how well it holds up, but it was pretty cool. And they had these animal forms because they were on a planet. I think it actually turned out to be Earth from the past, and there's so much energon on the planet that it corrupts their robot form. So they had to take animal forms that could protect them. So like they can only be robots for short amounts, bursts of time. So it's a reason they're animals. It protects them. This one, there's no fucking reason.
Yeah.
They're just animals, and they're too. And at least in Beast Wars, they're like, you know, proportionate to the animal, so they can. This one is like 20-foot tall cheetah robot. And what I didn't like is they never really showed the robot forms. Like when they transform, I was like trying to get a good look at it and see what they look like, and they just never really show it. It's always blurred or like in the background.
Yeah, because they
Then
don't
they
really
go,
transform until that big action scene at the end. But by that point, there's so much going on that it's hard to like look at their design in any real way. It's just kind of like
yeah, I couldn't even see what they look like.
Yeah.
I was pissed. I was trying to see how close they were to like the show, but I couldn't fucking tell at all. But who's this new guy? Anthony Ramos as Noah Diaz, an ex-military electronics expert who doesn't seem like it.
I didn't get that, that sense at all.
I didn't get those vibes from you, dude. I got the vibes of like a Witwicky. Just whoa, kind of dumb guy making a lot of mistakes. Need a job, but I keep having hard luck. Darn it.
Yeah.
And he's trying to support his family in Brooklyn, and his brother has got some disease. So
My brother's got arthritis.
yeah, yeah. Is your arm hurt again? No, it's fine. Man, you're supposed to tell me we're a team.
Sonic and Knuckles.
I'll get the Bengay. And they're always talking on walkie-talkies. And what I don't like about, I think these movies are fun. These Transformer movies, they're just kind of fun, stupid movies now. What I don't like is how the first one had some build up, man. You get some story, you get the human characters, and then slowly you introduce robots, and it's like, oh, there's the car. It's not like the first time you see the car, it's like, hello, how are you?
Yeah.
It's like that's how these are now. It's like they don't have any build up to the anticipation of seeing a robot. It's like he gets in a Porsche he's trying to steal. It takes him on a big ass chase, and that was pretty fun scene. It's driving itself.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
And all that kind of stuff. And yeah, and then it takes him to like similar to like Bumblebee and Sam. That's like it's just generic garage,
Empty
warehouse somewhere. Yeah, they always revealing a warehouse. Let's go to the warehouse. And then yeah, the robot just. I was like, God, it's just boom. Hey, I'm a robot. And then you get over it so fast. The guy's like, oh, you're an alien robot. And then by then they're having a conversation.
Yeah.
3 minutes in, and they're just talking. Hey, let's shoot the breeze. I don't know.
The little brother was worse. That was like immediate. Like, oh, cool, that's a robot. It's like, what? No. I'd be fuck if I was a kid and saw a fucking robot.
Didn't he call it too before it transformed, or something like that?
I remember him being like, I know you're down there.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. And that is what the hell's that robot called? Mirage. That's a pretty cool one. It's a silver Porsche, and it's voiced by Pete Davidson.
Yeah.
Yep, Pete Davidson.
Yep. That's all there is to say about that.
So it's Pete. It's all what you think it would be.
No, I will admit, I thought that I didn't know it was Pete Davidson. I had to like look it up during the movie. Like, who is that? Because I don't recognize.
I felt it later. Like it started off pretty good. I was like, oh, who's this guy? Who's this? And then it started being very much Pete Davidson.
Yeah.
At
first I was like, oh, Mirage is kind of annoying, but I feel like the more the movie went on, I kind of softened up to it. I think he's probably one of the standout characters in the movie.
Yeah. Michelle Yeoh as Air Razor. I like they had to get the Asian with the gravitas to play the freaking Hawk.
Yeah.
Because that was always kind of a sage type character in Beast Wars. Um, so there's what the this girl finds a freaking owl statue at a museum she works at. She's like, she's just is like an assistant, but she's like really good at everything. She should be a fucking like Indiana Jones, of course, but she's just had a rough time too. She just, needs a few breaks. It's always like they're working there, but she can fucking read hieroglyphs and discover new civilizations and shit, all while just being, a doorman at a museum.
Intern. I think she called her boss calls her like intern, get me coffee or whatever.
Hmm.
And her boss doesn't know shit. It's like, I don't know if I buy that, but all right.
But yeah, they find it's an allspark. It's a fucking it's a what the hell do they call that? It's a fugazi. It's a
Pixie
a
dust.
Was it a MacGuffin?
Yeah,
Is
MacGuffin.
that got to find the device, and so the stupid planet thing can travel to Earth. I don't understand how did your henchman get to Earth? How'd that happen?
Yeah.
But he can't? No, I need the key. I'm too big.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
So the key's in an owl. Chick's looking at the owl, trying to figure out what it is. It's got a maximal symbol on it. No, this is an Egyptian. I know Egyptian. Do you? And that's when, after the Porsche recruits him, right? We gotta be buddies. I gotta find this key. I don't know how the Porsche knows about the key.
I think in that warehouse, because when he gets in the Porsche, Optimus sends out like Autobots, we need to gather together because they see the beam go up in the sky. So they all meet in that warehouse eventually, and then they come up with a plan. And Mirage is like, oh, we'll send, God, what was his name? Protagonist man to go get the thing.
Or Diaz. Something. Yeah, Noah Diaz. But and then it's got his black friend who's that rapper. He's pretty cool, like underground. I don't know if he's underground, but he's kind of an indie kind of rapper. You've seen that guy's videos?
I didn't know he was a rapper.
He's got some eclectic, pretty cool fucking African shit, dude. It's pretty cool. Yeah, and he's in it. It's a small part, but he's pretty good in it. I was like, that's a top tier manifestation. And then he's turning off. Man, I wasn't leaving you, dude. Yeah, he was pretty good. Pretty small part. But yeah, and it has like the coolest Optimus, I think. It's like the closest to G1.
Yeah, totally.
It's like even transforms like he does in the cartoon. He's got the arms going into the front of the truck, and he's got like the Autobot symbol on the shoulders, like the toy in the show. That was a pretty cool Optimus. Bumblebee is pretty good. Back to using the radio voice. Kind of, it's like Bumblebee was the last, or was like one of the most successful ones of the franchise. Kind of like a rebirth, and is actually pretty good. And then they go and do Bumblebee like this.
Yeah.
Barely any screen time in this.
Yeah.
That they're calling a somewhat sequel. This ain't a sequel to Bumblebee, bitch. Don't shit in my hand and call it a Sunday. Then where is Bumblebee?
Yeah.
Who is this fucking Pete Davidson? God. Jesus. It's like, no, come on, man. And then it's like I thought it was a dumb way to get Beast Wars involved in Transformers, which was unnecessary if you're not going to do the real story. Like these stupid giant animal robots. And they were like animals before, like in, I don't know, is that the future or the past they came from? They're part of your future and past. But when they're fighting them, they never explain why they're animal formed.
Yeah.
But they were on an ancient planet. They were like animal forms. Like, I don't fucking know what the fuck's going on here. And none of them were very interesting. Optimus Primal wasn't very interesting. And then he's like kind of a dick. He's like, he's not the Optimus I thought he would be. You know, you've seen him 4 seconds. It's like, give him a chance, man. He's like, he's not capable of leading. I don't know.
And I don't think Cheetah or I don't know their real names, but the Cheetah and the Rhino don't have a single line of dialogue from it. They're just there. You know, they're just
Yeah,
kind of
Cheetor says something once, like in passing. How's it going? Rhinox don't say shit. And then they had another one called Rat Trap in the show. That was a rat. That would have been awesome because he was always the shit talking. Hey, well, you know, Optimus, hey, and he's a smart ass and shit. And him and Cheetor are always fighting. That would have been funny. A 30-foot tall rat.
Nice.
Or they could have just made him like an actual rat size, and that would have been great. He just this tiny little thing. Peter Dinklage is Scourge, the leader of the Terracons, and I like the Terracons are the name, I'm pretty sure, of the bad guys from Beast Wars, but they were also beasts. These guys are just like, I don't think they ever transform in anything.
I think that, yeah, they're just normal ass.
They're just robot dudes. They don't really have a second form.
Well, I guess they do transform in Peru. They transform into cars, but that's the only time that they do anything.
It's kind of like a weird tank, like weird ancient, or I don't know what they call them, like Mad Max looking kind of vehicles, aren't they?
I did enjoy it. I was like, that's fucking dope. It's Scourge's grill has all of the fucking emblems of all Transformers he's killed. I was like, that's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, because he kills people and takes their emblems.
Mm-hmm.
And he kills, well, that's another thing. A lot of people die in this. And it means nothing. It's like, what? The first time you think it's going to mean something because you don't know later that everyone dies and everyone's going to come back. Because they kill Bumblebee. I was like, what what's a Bumblebee sequel? My ass! It's like, what? Oh, he's dead. And he rips off the symbol. And Optimus is such a pussy in these scenes. And it's like, you got him in one movie chopping off 7 robots' heads with a sword and just whooping ass. And then in some movies, he can't fight one little guy that isn't even a main baddie. He isn't even like, what the hell's Megatron? It's like, what the fuck? He's just getting his ass whooped. Letting Bumblebee die. So Bumblebee dies. Don't worry, he comes back. A couple people die and come back, or get close to dying and come back.
Yeah, because they have to, because this is a prequel, and you know that they're going to come back because they're in later movies. Yeah.
But, what else do we got here? So they got to find the stupid thing. And then at one point, like Air Razor gets turned. That's pretty sad because she's like nice and she's a wise old sage, and she starts turning bad. And what is it? Oh yeah, Optimus Primal has to fucking Mana Steel her.
Yeah.
It's like, no, he doesn't
at
want
all
to.
costs.
At all costs. Squeezes her fucking dome. Shit comes out her eyes. Then Optimus Prime comes around the corner. He's like, what the hell? At all costs. And drops her corpse. Damn, that's the cost, dude?
Jesus.
Bro. She was your friend, man. She was my only friend.
Oh my god.
But that was the cost. Oh god. Non-speaking characters. There's multiple non-speaking characters. Bumblebee, Sweeps, an army of spider-like Terracons. Sweeps. Those guys reminded me of that one. Was it from number 1 or 2? It's a kind of slinky little one that's like on the plane. Air Force One, remember?
Yeah.
It's like, and those guys reminded me of them. They're trying to like give you callbacks. It was like shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the Scorponok. Scorponok is a bad guy from Beast Wars. He was one guy as a scorpion, Predacon or Terracon, whatever they were. And it was one. And then they kind of took that character and made it into a mindless, just army character. Just a bunch of them. At that point, why the fuck are they scorpions? I don't know what that adds to anything. Um, yeah. So it's pretty fun. It's you're having fun. And it's robots. It just throws you into this stupid save the planet adventure in like 10 seconds. Now we're rolling. We're going. It's like, Jesus. At least it took about 40 minutes. And
Hmm.
the old Transformers movies. This one was just like I'm surprised it just didn't start from the credits. We're just like Optimus running through a field. There's we gotta go. But it's fun. But then it starts to turn real fucking weird at the end. Like this ending, dude. I was like, what the fuck? So they're all fighting and shit, and Pete Davidson or Mirage, of course, he's got to sacrifice himself because now he's the endearing, cool character, and he's gonna sacrifice himself for the Diaz character. Because no, we're bros. Remember?
You were inside me. Yeah.
Oh God. And he's getting shot, and no, he's dying. And before he dies, I'm pretty sure he dies, right? He stays dead. This one finally,
Yeah.
or is he at the end? I can't remember. But anyways, probably dies. And then he touches. I got one last gift to give you, and he touches him, and it's like spreads some robot shit to him. It's like. I was like, what the fuck? No. And he gives him this robot suit with a shitty CG helmet and a shitty
Visor.
CG reflection that you can tell is just fake as fuck.
Yeah.
He looks like Mega Man, so it becomes a Mega Man movie. So boom, boom, boom. It's just doo, 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 doo. And he's like sliding just like a Mega Man and shit. I was like, what the fuck? Mega Man X. He's not just a human. He's more than meets the eye. And that got real funky, real fucking quick, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, no, this is not okay.
Fuck yeah.
And it never happens again. Like, oh, apparently you can give your powers to a human. It's bad.
Pretty sure
It's
Sam
weird.
Witwick could use that.
Yeah. What did he have? He didn't have shit. He's just running on top of a building with a cube. You give him some of that, man.
Oh my god.
Oh, I forgot we could do that.
Sorry.
My memory of the events is somewhat hazy. Yeah, and then they actually like lose, kind of, right? They always like lose. They let him get the key. They let him fix it. They get their ass kicked by these like three whack Terrorcons that don't transform much. When there's like a bunch of them, there's a bunch of good robots. They're just getting their ass kicked. I guess they did have the army of the little stupid ones, but they're just little stupid ones.
That would have been perfect. You were saying, what's the rat's name again?
Rat Trap.
Rat Trap would have been if he was that size, he would have been the one to take care of all little ones. That would have been a cool like.
And just have like a Timon and Pumbaa kung fu type scene.
That would have been fucking awesome. At least it would have been weird and different.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought the animals were seriously underused. I mean, we didn't really get much from the beasts. The most you get is Air Razor. And who wants Air Razor to be your number one beast?
Yeah.
It's like, how come we Cheetor and Rhinox? That was the main crew. They're not even talking. It's like, what the hell's going on here? So they save the day. They don't save the day. Like they get the key, and then the planet's coming through. How do they stop the key? Oh yeah, that chick was like, she came up with the
Passcode.
yeah, she came up with the passcode. I don't even remember how. There's got to be a passcode. It's like, what?
Looking at like the symbols on all of the hieroglyphic and
There's a couple of wavy lines. Fucking, it's like Ghostbusters. It's like, I don't know. Well, let me guess. Circle, star, and a couple wavy lines. That's probably the passcode. Oh my God, she got it. We've been searching for thousands of years. She puts it in there, and they stop him from coming through and kill all the other ones. I don't know, fucking what the hell's going on. I like how this has literally happened like 6 times before the original 2007 Transformers, which is
Right.
like supposed to be the first time everyone's here. No, this has happened a lot actually. Now that I think about it, now that I think about it, um, yeah, because then he's like, remember, by the end of this, he's like, now we can't go home. This is our home. It's like, you fucking, this happened, but this happens in the future, though. In 2007, you said you were here, and this is your home, and you couldn't go back. What are you talking about? And we
Yeah.
mean it happened in 94 now? It's like he's sending out multiple transmissions. 2007, he's like, all Autobots, it happened again. We found our home again. So, once again, come back. It's like, okay. It's so weird, man.
At least that one had a Linkin Park cut.
Yeah, that was it. I loved that ending, man.
Yeah.
They're capable of great good. And just when you thought it couldn't get any fucking weirder,
Oh yeah, I forgot about this.
who makes this movie? Who does these? God dang it!
Talking about like the distributor, like Paramount. Or are you talking
Yes.
about Hasbro?
Is it Paramount? Yeah, Paramount Pictures. Just when you thought it couldn't get any weirder, Paramount Pictures goes and pulls a stunt like this.
Mm-hmm.
And totally redeems themselves. What? You thought our franchises based on toys weren't doing that good? Maybe they're not.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we need to inject something new. Maybe we need to merge the two. Maybe that's all we needed was a little bit of Toy Story going on here. Every toy in our catalog, one epic movie. So this guy comes up and he's like, you know, I like the way you saved the world, boy. What are you talking about? I didn't do nothing. What are you talking about, man? Because it's a secret, man. It's a secret. He's like, yeah, you and your tall friends. What do you mean my tall friends? I don't know anybody tall, man. Your big robot friends? Hey, you must be tripping. I don't know what you're talking about. You sure about that, Sonic? Oh, what? You been listening to my little radio walkie-talkies? This guy knows shit. And I'm thinking he's the guy from 2007, that Turturro character.
Oh
Like,
yeah, yeah.
I'm just thinking he's part of that. You remember? Because he's like, we're a very special agency.
Yeah.
Secret. Like the FBI, no. Secreter than that.
Because they're the ones holding on to Megatron in the original
Yeah.
government
So
agency.
I thought that's exactly. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. He's gonna try and get him to work for that agency, which is bad by 2007, apparently. But so I was like, oh, that's a cool tie-in. And then they just blew my he just blew my mind. So he hands him a card, and he looks at it. He's like, whoa. And I think, yeah, because he gave you the card as a secret. It's like Men in Black kind of type thing for the Transformers universe. And then he leaves, and then he looks at the card. It's fucking G.I. Joe. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
G.I. Joe, really? And now this guy's going to be part of G.I. Joe, and he's got a Mega Man suit, and there's Transformers all around. And what does G.I. Joe's have anything to contribute to Transformers? He's just a couple dudes with guns.
Yeah.
I mean, how much help? We appreciate the help, but we really don't need it. Thank you. I think we got this. We're giant robots. Thank you. You will literally be crushed. So they're swinging for the fences, man.
It
If
still
they
makes
actually
no sense because it's a prequel. Like we still haven't even got to 2007 yet. So they're gonna join with the GI Joes before 2007 even happened. And there's GI Joe movies already. It's like, are those canon? Putting it? I have no fucking idea.
I mean, Channing Tatum and shit. Yeah. Or are we talking about the cooler ones, like with Snake Eyes and shit? What are we doing?
I think The Rock is in one of them.
Didn't one of them have like Bruce Willis
I think
or some shit? Like they're all over the place with these.
yeah.
I swear to God, if we have a Transformers G.I. Joe movie, oh, it's gonna be so bad and so good.
Yep.
I'm surprised they didn't throw Barbie in there.
Mm-hmm.
All the toys they own, man.
Rocket
Hasbro.
That's
What do they got? Yeah, Stretch Armstrong. Fucking
Hungry
everything.
Hippos.
Super Soaker. Oh my god. So that was a fun treat at the end of
Yeah.
this movie. I don't know, man. It's kind of fun. They're all kind of fun. Like Transformers are just a fun, stupid movie. The graphics look cool. To this day, I think the Transformers look really good. That CG suit didn't look good though,
Yeah.
which is weird. That stupid robot suit. I don't know. Ah, fudge. What do you rate this? It's kind of fun. 6.4.
All right.
I
All
think
right.
it's 6.5. I think that's appropriate for me.
Yeah, I think that there are some fun moments. There's some cool set pieces. I like the museum fight in front of the museum. Thought that was kind of fun. I think the standout one for me was the roadside chase scene in Peru. It doesn't last very long, but I think that it was pretty intense, and I like the staging of it. It's like multiple things are happening, and it's like you'll see Mirage driving, being chased, but like other Transformers are like falling down the hill in a little fight. There's like all these little fights happening while they're chasing. So I thought that was kind of fun. And then that little quick scene with, I forget her name, the pink Transformer.
Is it like RC or something?
I think, yeah, her in the van shooting the rockets. Like, I don't know. I like that whole set piece. I thought that was really fun. Unfortunately for me, I'm actually going to go lower. I did not enjoy this movie at all. Mainly because
wow.
I just
Not even the GI Joe could save it.
that was kind of cool. I didn't expect that. But yeah, there are some cool. But my biggest problem with the movie is that like, oh, it's another movie where they have to go get a thing before the bad guys get the thing, but then they fail at getting the thing, so the bad guys get it, and then they have to go and stop them from using the thing. I mean, it's like what the trans key, the Allspark, the Tesseract, the fucking crystal souls. Pick your fucking movie that have all of these MacGuffins that have the same plot. And it's like, dude, it's 2023. You guys can't come up with anything more original. Like, it's the same fucking. We got to get the MacGuffin thing. So I was just like, so it was like so predictable, and just like I knew where this movie was going. I knew the beats of it. I knew when Bumblebee, they're taking Bumblebee, we got to fix him. Like, oh, he's going to come back in the third act and have a cool big moment. And sure as shit, he does. So it's just like, I felt it was just kind of a lazy movie. I thought the set piece in the third act was just kind of like, bleh. It's just a big CG battle thing that we've seen a million times with a beam going up into the sky. It's like, again, take your pick of what action movie that has a beam in the sky. They got to stop the beam. But for me,
Stop the beam.
stop the beam, baby. So I didn't really enjoy this movie, man. I think Bumblebee is a way better movie. That movie,
Yeah.
I think even Transformers was better than this one. I will admit I have not.
Yeah, Transformers is of course better than this one. That's one of the best ones.
One of the best ones. I will admit I have not seen 4 and 5, the Marky Mark movies. I have not seen, so I can't really weigh in on those. But yeah, this for me is like a 5.5. So I'm 1 point behind you. I don't see myself watching this ever again. It's just so dull. But again, there are some like fun little set pieces here and there. But when there's not those set pieces happening, I'm just like, oh, cool. This is when this happens. This is when this is going to happen. So I didn't find it all that enjoyable. Personally, so 0.5 for me.
5.5, 6.5. Yeah, you gotta check out the Marky Mark ones. Those are kind of fun. It's like, why did you tell me there's a robot in the house? I need to know when there's a giant robot in the house. Okay, I can't have giant robots taking over the house and breaking things. Okay, you know we gotta save the day with these guys, right? The big robots, right? Somebody should have told me there's an Optimus in the house. And it's just, and you're dating my daughter, and now there's robots in the house? This is a lot for me right now. Okay, I'm just a humble school teacher in these movies, and I need to know when there's a robot and my daughter's dating the mean guy at the school. It's like, God.
Oh, Jesus.
The
only thing I know about those ones is the egregious Bud Light fucking. I guess at one point he like during an action scene he pops up in a Bud Light and chugs it and like it. Like that's all I know about it.
Pops up in a Bud Light, chugs it. Let's do this. Yes. Let's go.
Oh, I do remember. I haven't seen it, but I do remember the trailers for the first Marky Mark. I thought there were animals in that one. I remember that being the big thing in that trailer. Like, ooh, there's animals at the end. There was like a cheetah or something. I was like, oh, I thought they already did
I
the
don't
beast
remember that.
thing. So, but maybe I'm misremembering. But I just remember one of the
Oh
trailers.
no, there was dinosaurs, right? I
Dinosaurs.
think
That's
I
what
think
it was.
they had Grimlock or something. I don't even remember now.
That's
Go
what it was.
back
That's
one.
what
Those ones are so weird. It's like
it was.
Optimus is like using a sword now, and he's like a knight or some crap. I don't know. Uh, there were some cool points in this movie. I forgot, like the old man airplane. He was pretty
Oh yeah.
cool. Like, he's just farting and shit, like sputtering around. And then I forgot. I think there was something else. Oh yeah, I wanted to say that main character is pretty good. I like that guy.
Yeah.
He's pretty endearing and pretty fun to watch. But at no point did I think, yeah, this is a science officer from the army.
I did
You
not
know,
think of that at all.
didn't give me those vibes. So yeah, 5.5, 6.5. I mean, it's on Paramount Plus. If you have any inclination towards the Transformers, go ahead and check it out. See how you think it compares. I can't believe we're up to number 7. We're gonna have to reboot this soon, man, because these stories are not intertwining, and it makes no damn sense.
Yeah.
I don't know
And now they're
what's going
throwing
on.
GI Joe in the mix, so it's
Yeah.
a little more confusing.
Yeah, Power Rangers would have made more sense. Giant robots. I think that
Hmm?
makes a little more sense. But GI Joe, oh fuck, okay. You better have the Rock, Channing, all of them, dude. The Wayans, what? There was like a Wayans brother in there for no reason.
Oh
It
yeah.
was like Marlon or something.
Yeah, they're just soldiers. It's kind of like the problem with Batman in like a Justice League movie, where it's like, what the fuck's Batman gonna do? It's like that's the GI Joe. Like the Transformers are gonna take on the threat because they're kind of indestructible, and then the GI Joes are just kind of over here doing something.
Yeah, and
And
it's like GI Joes were like the great American hero GI Joe, and they're afraid to even make them American heroes now. They're like, oh, they're a global force now. Why? You fucking cowards. GI Joe. It's GI Joe. They're Americans. God darn it. No, they represent the globe. All right, fine.
yeah,
GI Joe. Yeah. Anyways, thanks for joining us. As always, check us out on Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. We're always here on YouTube. We appreciate having you. Thanks for coming by. And go check out Transformers Rise of the Beasts.
finally got
Until
Turtles next week.
Oh, yeah, Turtles next week. That's going to be awesome, man. Can't wait.
It's got a
New
90
Turtles.
on Rotten Tomatoes. That's a good sign. People are enjoying it.
Well, fuck. They already gave it a sequel and a 2-season television series.
Yeah, fucking A.
It's like, okay. That's pretty cool because I hear the series is going to connect the two movies. So I know their plan was to do Shredder in number 2. So that'll give them time to build up Shredder and why there's an issue there instead of just throwing him in the second movie and having to do it in 2 hours. So
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. Maybe it'll make the second movie better. I hope so. Yeah, I can't. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
We'll
I
check
can't
it
wait.
out. So yeah, Turtles next Sunday, you guys. Thanks for coming by. Till the next Vs, we say peace.
Peace.